Hey guys, so I'm going to show you what I had for breakfast today, and this is a really good trick that you can use for this recipe or for a lot of other recipes when you just want to make it a little bit more filling, substantial, add some extra nutrients, and help make that meal keep you full for a long time.
So this is a recipe that I usually serve as an appetizer, but it's also a great savory breakfast option. I start by slicing some sourdough, I'll toast that lightly, and then I'll mix together a really quick spread. This is a Norwegian style remoulade. The recipe is on page 197 of my cookbook, but it's vegan mayo, a little mustard, chopped up pickles. On this day I used capers, also some fresh dill and paprika, and you mix that all together. And normally that's all I do, but I had some white beans on this day, and mashing white beans into any kind of dip, like whether it's guacamole or a remoulade like this, it's a really great way to add extra fiber, extra protein, extra iron, and it just makes the meal a little bit more hearty and filling. And since white beans are so mild, you really don't taste them, so it's kind of like a secret hidden healthy ingredient, which I love. I top this with the sliced cucumbers and a little bit of lemon, a little more dill, and this is so good. And if you used to love Lox Bagels, this has a really similar flavor profile. The dill and the pickled element is just so good.
Sometimes I'll add a handful of arugula or baby spinach to this and kind of close it up and have it like a sandwich, which is really good. But this morning, honestly, that didn't sound that good to me. And I think it's important to remember that you should never force yourself to eat something just because it's healthy. Leafy greens are obviously a great source of fiber and vitamins and minerals. It's super important to have leafy greens in your diet, but it's also important to listen to your body and to really enjoy what you're eating and eat what sounds good to you. And the food that you're eating should bring joy and pleasure and make you excited about the meal that you've prepared, not sort of like forcing it down just because it's healthy. I don't think that's very healthy or sustainable, because if you're enjoying the meals that you're making, you're going to look forward to making more healthy meals in the future, and it's just going to be a lot more sustainable and enjoyable long term. So I just wanted to make sure that I included that in there. It's about lunchtime right now, and I don't normally cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I usually try to do leftovers or something very simple. Sometimes I'll even batch cook my oatmeal in the morning, and that way I have stuff ready to go. But today I am home, and I kind of want to do like meal prep as I go, if that makes sense. So today I am going to be cooking a tray bake, which is super easy. I'm just going to cut up a bunch of veggies, put it on a cookie sheet, bake it in the oven, and then toss that together with some beans and a nice sauce, which I'll show you how I make. And that will be a really great meal prep option because we can have that as sort of a bowl, but I could also throw that over salad. I could wrap it up in tortillas and make really delicious roasted vegetable wraps. We could serve it over rice or quinoa and do kind of a grain bowl like that. So there's a lot of different ways to use it. And I find that if I actually cut up the veggies that I bought at the grocery store and season them, cook them, pop them in the refrigerator, I'm so much more likely to eat them throughout the week. Sometimes, honestly, I'll even just go in there when I need a quick snack and eat the roasted veggies out of the container with some hummus. It's an excellent snack, and I'm always so grateful that it's prepared and ready in the fridge. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'll show you how I do it.
When you're making a tray bake, you want to start with the vegetables that take the longest and put those in the oven first. That way everything has a nice texture and you don't have some things that are overdone and some things that are underdone. So I took a little help from the grocery store here, and I got some pre-cut cauliflower florets, just broke them up into bite-sized pieces. You could also do some broccoli, you could do Brussels sprouts, you could do some roughly chopped cabbage. All of those would be really great for this. Then I cut up some sweet potato into large bite-sized pieces, and I seasoned the vegetables with olive oil, dried rosemary, garlic, paprika, salt, and pepper. The whole recipe is going to be in the description box below with all of the measurements. So then we'll mix this all together, spread the veggies into an even layer, and then this is going to bake in the oven for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees. After that, we're gonna add some white beans because that's what I have on hand, but you could also do chickpeas or lentils or tofu, whatever you like and whatever you have. Go ahead and throw that on there, mix it all together so it gets some seasoning. And then we're gonna add a nice texture and a crunchy element with some sunflower seeds, which will toast in the oven and just be so flavorful. But you could also do pistachios or walnuts are good too. After that, it's time to dress it up. This happens to be my favorite part because I just think it's so beautiful and the colors are just so vibrant and enticing. Sprinkle on a couple of handfuls of arugula and then add a nice kind of pop of flavor with some tart, chewy, tangy cranberries. The color is beautiful, but also the added textural element is so perfect. We'll tie this all together with a simple balsamic. This is one of those recipes that I love because you just put all the ingredients in a container with a lid and shake it up. It's got some balsamic vinegar, tahini, water, lemon, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And you're gonna shake that on up, and it makes this really delicious, creamy tahini balsamic dressing that is so good and really ties all the different elements of this tray bake together. So we've got the charred roasted cauliflower, we've got the creamy, rich sweet potatoes, we've got the flavorful white beans, the tart and chewy cranberries, the crunchy sunflower seeds, and the arugula for a little bit of freshness and a peppery, earthy bite. It all comes together in a really colorful and delicious meal that is good served hot or cold. I was listening to a podcast while I was filming this, so that's why I have my headphones in, but this was delicious and such feel-good food, like very energizing, great lunch. And Nicholas had the same thing for lunch, but he also had one of these Hillary burgers on top. I put it in the air fryer so it got nice and crispy, then chopped it up, and that was great too. So that would be a good way to change it up if you want. And we even had leftovers, which I am so grateful for every time I open the fridge and I have food that's prepped and ready to go.
I was about to say I'm going to the gym, but I'm not going to the gym. I'm just gonna work out right here because honestly, after a certain point of the day, the gym is so busy and I get kind of self-conscious if I'm around too many other people. So I like to work out from here and from the gym, depending on the time of day that I'm able to do it. So today I'm going to do my Copilot workout right there, but first I'm gonna go wash off my makeup. I've been really good about washing off my makeup before I do a workout. Sometimes I can be a little bit lazy about that, but honestly, I'm on a mission to clear up my skin right now. And so in addition to eating vibrant colors and really healthy meals and sleep, I'm also being very diligent about my skincare routine. And so I'm gonna wash off my face, change into some exercise clothes, and then get started on my workout, which I will show you. I just came in here to wash my face, but I was thinking that I should ask you guys what your favorite way of taking your makeup off is, like what cleansers or products that you use, because I'm not sure that I love what I'm doing right now. Mostly because right now I'm just using jojoba oil on dry skin, rubbing it all over, toweling it off, then I wash. It's fine, but it's not my favorite. I've tried this cleansing balm from Verse and I do really like that one, but I've been out of it for a while and I've just been using the jojoba in the meantime. But I feel like there's a lot of rubbing, like with the towel afterwards, and my skin has been kind of sensitive recently, so I was wondering if there's something that you guys really like to take off your makeup. Something that's not wipes, because I am trying to get away from wipes. But yeah, it's just some kind of good cruelty-free makeup remover. I would love to know, so please comment below.
So I've been doing Copilot workouts since the spring of last year, and I usually work out at the gym, but I can also do it from home because it's an app on my phone. If I'm at the gym, I will use weights, but if I'm at home, I'll just use something heavy like water bottles, or instead of yoga blocks, I just picked up these puzzles and games because it was easy. But what I like about Copilot is that I have a personal trainer that is assigned to me and really helps to customize effective workouts that is just above and beyond what I could ever do on my own when I was just watching videos, because there's strategy and expertise involved. But because it's through the app and you get virtual coaching, it's very convenient. You have all the flexibility and convenience of technology. So I really like that. I also like that my workouts have really changed a lot. So based on the feedback that I give Heidi, she adapts and changes my workouts and makes them more fun, more interesting, or sometimes less hard or more hard, depending on what I need. If you have any injuries, you can talk to them and they are so friendly. They do such a good job of holding you accountable and also help you really achieve your goals. Mine was flexibility and building strength. So this is usually what my workouts look like. And I love that there's a video demo right there because I can check my form in real time. And I can also find out exactly what muscles I'm working. So that's just, honestly, that's like a nerdy thing, but I personally really like that about the app. So if you guys want to try, you can get your own personal trainer for 14 days, totally free, and an extra 20% off your first month if you sign up before February 1st. So definitely take advantage of that. You get a free personal trainer. How cool is that? And 20% off your first month. So I really hope you guys love it. And I am gonna go take a shower now because I get pretty sweaty after these workouts. Before getting started on dinner, I wanted a snack, and we have these really good, well, I think they're really good. It's called 12 Tides. They're like these puffed kelp chips. If you like seaweed snacks, they definitely have a similar flavor, but the texture is what I really like about them. They're really light and airy, and it's kind of great when you want a salty, crunchy snack. On this day, I had some of those and also some pistachios. I was just really wanting something crunchy and salty and just a small little something while I was cooking dinner. So for dinner on this night, I was actually using this time to recipe test test my new hamburger helper recipe, which will be coming out very soon. And believe it or not, it actually has a little bit of pickle juice that you add right at the end, and it just adds so much flavor. I know it sounds strange, but it really tastes so good, and I'm so excited for you to try this recipe. You start by cooking the onions and vegan beef together, and you add your spices, let that cook for a few minutes, and then you transfer the meat and onions to a plate so you can cook the pasta right in that same pot. It's a one-pot recipe, and it is so nostalgic. Comment below and let me know if you grew up eating hamburger helper too, and if so, what was your favorite flavor? I know there was a cheeseburger one, a lasagna version, a taco version. The thing that I think is really interesting about hamburger helper is that it was never just a mac and cheese with meat and onions in it. It has a very distinct and specific sauce, and one way to achieve that is actually to cook the pasta in broth rather than water, and then that broth actually becomes part of the sauce. So you combine the meat and the onions with the cooked pasta and broth, and then you add in your cheese sauce, and my cheese sauce actually has a hidden veggie in it as well, so that you get a little extra nutrients. I love whenever there's an opportunity to add veggies, I will take it, because why not get some extra nutrients while you're eating a hearty and comforting meal? You finish this with a little bit of pickle juice and a little bit of lemon, and this was a pretty successful recipe test, although I do think the final version that will be coming out very soon is even better because it has one more secret ingredient that I think makes all the difference. I can't wait to share that recipe with you, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can see it as soon as it comes out, and don't forget to check out the links in the description box below that will include the link to try Copilot. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.